One, two, one, two, three. Just checking the sound right now on the mic. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me check. Just let me know, okay? Okay. Sorry if it will be any, technical difficulties. It's my first live from my home studio. Today, it's kind of experiment, but first of all, happy Halloween. And we're going to have some fun today, I hope. Um, as you know, I was on Halloween Baking Championship, season 8 on Food Network, and it was a great experience. So I want to reflect on that today and also show you guys something fun. So I'm thinking today we're going to make, since it's Halloween, and like a short story, I used to work as a Frankenstein monster in upstate New York, Lake George Village, in a wax museum. So I want to kind of remember that a little bit, and also I want to kind of play with Dia de los Muertos, Mexican Day of the Dead, that is actually tomorrow. So I'm going to combine this in a design that I will combine a Frankenstein monster with a little bit of kind of Dia de los Muertos tattoos on his face. So I got some designs printed out, and I chose a little pattern that we're gonna put on the face. Hopefully, I'll try to make it quick, so it's not really boring to see. Um, Let me check once again the audience. Okay, so it seems like 8 people are watching, so I'm gonna start and explain some of the steps that I needed to start the sort of 3D cake. It's gonna be laying flat on the cake board. Um, so to carve the cake like this, we are going to create a template from a photo that's printed on a regular paper. Um, and once I cut it out, I sort of laminate it a little bit with just a white Scotch tape, both sides, and then just trim the edges. That way, when I work with a cake, when it has like buttercream, ganache, or anything like this template stays nice and clean, so I can reuse it or just work cleanly. Um, so once the template is cut out and laminated, the size you want, we're going to take a pre-baked cake. This one is actually it's 5 spice vanilla cake. Um, so for Halloween, I want something more, um, with spices to work well with the filling. For the filling, I'm going to use ganache. It's semi-sweet chocolate ganache that has chocolate pumpkin spice liqueur added to it. This particular brand is it does taste like almost pumpkin latte and also like Bailey's a little bit, so it adds this creaminess, adds this pumpkin notes, a little bit of spices too to the ganache. So I hope it will be a perfect combination for this fall cake, for this Halloween cake. Um, so once we have the cake out, we can just you can just stick the pattern onto the cake, and then using a small serrated knife, just trace out um, the outline, and make sure you cut all the way through. That way the edges are um, clean. So you can kind of like cut through it and doing like a little sewing motion sometimes when it gets on the dry areas. Okay. And then the other way. So cutting out the cake at this stage actually it actually you're kind of saving on your leftovers because you're cutting just what you need, so you don't end up using a lot of filling, because some bakers I see, like, they build a cake and then they carve a shape that they need, but then there's a lot of waste here. So this way you're only using the shape that you need. So let me put some gloves on. um, okay, and once you have it cut out, um, you can do as many layers as you want, and to achieve the height that you need. And you just assemble the cake on the board. Um, I already have a cake, cut a little bit and trimmed and iced, so we'll have the process go a little bit faster. But I'm just going to use a little bit of green buttercream. It's Italian buttercream. I like Italian because it's very light, um, and it's not as sweet as American. And I use it for um, most of my cakes, all of them actually. So I'm just show you. So you want to outline with the same buttercream. Create a wall for your ganache, and then this is our pumpkin spice chocolate ganache. And just feel all the insides carefully. This one I might not have enough because I made already another cake. Okay. Then you top it off with another again. Slightly press. Okay. And then what I do is just smooth out the sides and pop it in the freezer. Or if you work in days, you can pop it overnight in the refrigerator. Just make sure once the buttercream is set, wrap it up in plastic. Otherwise, it will dry out. Uh, okay. And this is our finished layered cake that we're gonna put in the freezer for about 20 minutes or overnight in the refrigerator, and then later we can start carving it out and um, basically doing a crumb coat, getting ready for modeling chocolate. Once I'm behind the camera, are you guys hearing me all right? Everything is good? Please let me know in the comments. Uh, Hello, everyone who joined me today. I welcome new followers that just joined. We are doing a Frankenstein monster uh, kind of 2D, like almost 3D cake, but I'm doing it really fast because I want to show you the basic steps of creating it. So basically, what we did here, let me show you for one that missed. Um, we created a layered cake outlined just like our picture. All right. And then, so when it's a little bit set, that's where you use your template. You put it on, and you start to shave away, some cake, and really creating the character. So first, you want to outline this forehead, where the forehead, meets the eyebrows. So kind of create that line here, and then um, work your way down, and of course the chin as well. So once you know where the chin is, sorry, it's easier. You see, it's easier to just follow the lines and cut the chin out. Use a large serrated knife to expose the chin, um, and then you just, this buttercream is really soft right now, so I can't do much. But the idea is that you just start taking away the extra cake that you don't need, and then making all the sharp angles, making them around, because that's how the face is. So just cut away everything on an angle. See, and the same way on this side. You don't want it perfectly flat. You want to cut out on an angle as well, so it creates like a smooth transition between the cake and the cake board. So, and then for the face itself, um, you see how I did like a little indentation for the forehead, and then it goes again inside for the eye sockets, nose, and then the and then the mouth, and then you'll just need to go a little deeply inside, create this almost like a skeleton skull shape. This is very fast, just to show you, the process. And then once this is set, you can always perfect it a little bit more the way you want. Then once this is set, all you need to do is to cover it in a layer of buttercream, just so it's ready for your modeling chocolate. And it's easier to actually use your hands. So get some gloves on and some soft buttercream. You can soften it, in a bowl over, a gas burner. And this is like a little bit firm because it's colder here. But once it's like more like spreadable, like a sour cream, you can actually use your hands and get it nicely in all the areas without damaging the cake so much. So let me clean everything up. So this is basically from that stage. I covered it in buttercream. So now I'm just going to clean up a little bit and smooth it slightly with my hands. And then it's going to be ready for modeling chocolate. This guy, I'm going to put it away. So again, this cake was in the freezer and then refrigerated for about an hour or so. So now I'm just going to just smooth it out a little bit, just with my hands. Whenever, like when you see some rough areas, just give it a nice rub. So the surface is not as smooth, but you can actually get it a lot smoother with a second coat. So once you've done that, you can actually apply a second coat of buttercream. That way it will be a lot more smoother. This technique is used um, in car cakes as well, where you're doing like 3-4 coats, achieving like a perfectly smooth texture of your cake. So then when you apply fondant, it's perfectly smooth, like a paint job. So that's enough. Let's just clean the cake board and we're ready to cover it. Let me check again how many people joined us today. All right. Okay. So for ones who join right now, welcome to the Halloween Bacon. My name is Alexey Ivanov. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a professional pastry chef that does 3D cakes right now full time from home bakery. And as you may know, I was on Halloween Baking Championship season 8, and the finale is actually today. So if you haven't watched it, catch it on Food Network, 9 p.m. Um, so we're continuing with the little Frankenstein monster that I'm doing today. And I chose this design because I actually worked as a Frankenstein monster back in 2009 in Lake George, New York. So I think it's a really fun design for me to try. So I've prepared the green muslin chocolate already. As you know, all these items are sold in Bake Deco. Um, it's a City Ice Products muslin chocolate and fondant. I also use gum paste a lot. It's good for humid climate as we have in during the summer. It um, actually creates a much sturdier shell. If you want a nice 3D cake that actually sturdy and well protected, gum paste is a perfect choice as well. So the muslin chocolate is actually, if you first see it, you might think that it's a little broken because it's firm and set. But what you actually need to do is you need to net it to kind of warm up all the cocoa butter that's solidified. And once you net it for about 5 minutes and add your coloring, which you can use just regular gel coloring like so, Americolor. You know, I personally love Bake Deco. It's like 15 minutes away from me. I use it for almost all my baking and cake needs. Everything you need is there. I'm going to go over some of the tools and products that I use today at the end of this video. Um, see. Also, this is like my favorite silicone mat for rolling fondant and muslin chocolate. Nothing sticks to it, and you can actually mix the color in right on it. Like add some color to your muslin chocolate and start netting it. And eventually it will absorb all the color, and so the mat will stay pretty much clean. You just need to wipe it, and it's very like mess free. So as you can see, like there's some pieces of cocoa butter, but since it's a monster, I'm not worried about it that much. It can be like like pimples or whatever, but for something, if you need something clean, and just keep kneading it. And the big ones like this, you can just remove because um, there's like impossible to get rid of like big chunks because they're already not incorporating well because they're very firm. So I'm just going to net it for a few seconds more, just to warm it up. Okay. Then I just use cornstarch, and you work. Muslin chocolate is the as same as fondant or gum paste. In terms of how you work with it, basically a little bit of cornstarch, and check that it doesn't stick, and you should be good to go. For this one, I want to roll it out relatively thick. That way, I can hide some imperfections in the buttercream surface. But if it's a perfectly covered, perfectly smooth buttercream cake, you can actually roll it much thinner. Okay. And then if you see something like this, like big bubbles, the same as fondant, just poke it with X-Acto knife and smooth it out. Again, we need like a really rough monster texture, so it should be fine. Then so it can be thinner. Can be thinner towards the bottom, because I'm going to then add the t-shirt from black fondant, and then face will be actually thicker because I want to create indentations for the eye sockets. I'm going to turn it over a little bit, you know, that, and just then you need to make sure there's no air bubbles on the top area, so you just need to keep working working the air out, and kind of already find the lines that you created underneath, and well, let's first finish the rest of the cake. Push the mother and chocolate all the way around. I'm going to turn it a little bit for you to see how I'm going to. You see that huge piece right here? I'm going to get rid of that, and it's actually perfect because it looks like a rotten, flash. But if you're working on something more neat, definitely, definitely take it out before applying. Now, it's actually helpful to keep this picture somewhere close to you. That way you can shape it a little bit. The cake is quite soft too, so you can definitely shape some of the body features, some of the face features from the cake. And then here on the corner, you just stretch it out a little bit, different way, like opposite ways. That way you can create a sharp corner here. We're going to cover it later with some of the black fondant as well. Okay. Once this stage is done, we need actually the pizza cutter, and so with the pizza cutter, we're just gonna cut it, but don't cut it too close, because what happens, it will expose some of the cake. So we're actually going to take this and tuck it in with modeling tool. That way it's a much cleaner edge. Okay. Once this is done, I'm just going to work on the face a little bit and add some hair. I gave myself about an hour, but I was running late a little bit. Okay. Let me see if everything is okay with the camera. Are you guys hearing me all right? Okay, so once so this is actually another modeling tools kit from Bake Deco. Believe it or not, it's almost 10 years old. Uh, I I know you thought, maybe I'm 19, but I gave myself away. So okay, we'll go around. Here is the black. Um, Here is going to be the black um, t-shirt, so it's fine here. And then the other side, get a little bit closer. Okay, and then just smooth it out. So now I'm going to add some features while I can. Um, sorry. You can just use water to stick modeling chocolate to modeling chocolate. Uh-huh. So I'm going to make like a really sad face. Then I'll add some um, texture. Sometimes, depending on the gloves, they can add some, creases too. So that's good in some cases not. So, okay. This is the eye sockets. And this is going to be the mouth. Let's add the nose first. So for the nose, it's going to roll out some modeling chocolate. So, and so as I said, you can simply put some water underneath uh, here. It just helps it stick faster. And once it's all netted, it's very pliable. So you can use this tool, modeling tool, to to make the seams disappear between the pieces of modeling just like that. Then, sorry, you don't really see that, but I'm gonna work this way. Oh, and here I'm just going to smooth this side. All the edges around. Then just this part, move it out. Okay. Now we have a little crease here. And I'm not going to do a lot of this today, but usually if you need to add some more, height to your face, you can. So then just around the lips a little bit. You can actually open the mouth a little bit more with a modeling tool. So if you want to add a little bit more, add it here, and then using the tool, now right now it's a little soft, but it will get really hard in the refrigerator. Um, We're gonna apply some makeup here too, so it's okay at this stage. Again, this sculpted cakes, they take sometimes multiple hours. Um, so this is just a demo to show really quickly how it's done. I have an idea about the eyes, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. You're gonna see later what I'm gonna do with them. Um, so just adding we should add some texture. More texture. And then so the monsters, they always have this like bubbly skin. Excuse me 1 second. So what we're going to do actually, we're going to add that using the toothbrush. So this toothbrush I use specifically for sprinkling things on cakes and cake decorating in general. Um, so I'm going to just take that and add a little bit more of like a very rough texture. Okay. Another thing that Frankenstein has always is a little lips is some. Oh, he does have this balls sticking out, but also we're missing ears, eyes. We're gonna leave like this. I'm gonna show you later, and then just the hair and some stitches. So here we're gonna open a little scar. Scar. Here we're going to add a few more um, stitches that hold his skull in place. So just throw it like this. And we're going to cover them with a hair. So 2 big ones. Big ones. And maybe 3 small ones. In the rush. 1, 2, 3. So now we just need to add 2 ears. Again, it's very quick if we don't have too much time. Maybe slightly smaller. See, it's hard because it's and then you working off the picture just to trying to add like more or less symmetrical ears. Then last thing I'm gonna add is 2 bolts sticking out of his neck. Um, so for support, I'm gonna use a couple of toothpicks. Okay. Again, his neck right here. All right, so we're done with the green one. Um, just need to add a little bit more texture here. Okay. Now, so this is black fondant. Um, it's really great if you're doing all black designs, because what happens, it's really hard to color your fondant to gum paste in a solid black, since it will require a lot of paint. The consistency of your fondant or gum paste will change as well. So you'll have to adjust with the cornstarch. Uh, Sometimes it's just really not worth the effort, where you can get something out of the box that is perfectly fine. So you can apply a thick layer of water over modeling chocolate to help fondant adhere to it. Okay, so just again stretch out the corners. Cut this one really close. And my favorite tool, where is it? The stitching tool, so you can add like a little texture, little stitches for the color. Okay. Then we need to add the hair. So again, you can do it like strand by strand, or right now I'll just do it probably as like one, like a wig sort of thing. So brush the areas you want to attach your hair. Then we'll do little sideburns. Okay. And then okay, so then once it's done, you just need to blend it with a modeling tool. I'll show you in a second. Just the same tool. Okay, once we added that, basically we just need to clean up and add some color. So let's see. Um, so basically at this point we have this, so I know, but we only spend on it like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, so it's probably good for that amount of time. Usually, again, it's probably, to make it more detailed, probably gonna take 4, 5, 6, 10 hours to perfect that face. So right now, few things I want to finish. First thing, some silver. Some silver touches. So this is a silver highlighter. Um, it's a dust that works really well, diluted with alcohol. Um, Probably added too much of it. Let's try. Well, this is like the only one highlighter that will give you this metal color, and this consistency is actually perfect for the airbrush. But for brushing, it might need a little less alcohol, or a little bit more powder, a little bit more dust. That's the way it stays on a little bit. Okay. We'll do the same here. Okay. Then we add a little bit to the stitches as well. So now let me show you, maybe if I have a green airbrush color, we can add that. There's another thing I use all the time. It's called portable airbrush compressor, and you can quickly add some color, some shades to your cakes. So this one, I don't know if it's gonna do much. I just wanted to emphasize, the darker areas, on his butt, the darker areas, where the shades are. Then what you also can do, you can add a little bit of black to it. This is the product called Dilution Solution. It's basically a solution of water and glycerin, but it helps to dilute the airbrush paints. Oh, because sometimes the airbrush paints thicken over time, and you can just dilute it with water, I guess, but the dilution solution creates like a better you know spraying solution, I guess. So now the only thing we have to add is some patterns on his face, uh, some tattoos. Let me check. Let me check my sound and the audience real quick. Okay, so as you can see, after some shading with black airbrush, uh, he definitely looks um, more like cartoonish or realistic, if you will. We add in some shades that you can really add there, um, like here underneath the chin. So now, let me just paint real quick. I chose this design to be on his face, so I'm going to first take my modeling tool and just outline roughly, roughly designed, and I'm gonna repeat it with the brush with a black color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm adding the eye socket. Here, adding a nose. I'm gonna add some teeth here, and chin. Okay. So let me try to use black gel color, and a touch of dilution solution. So as you can see it better, just filling out the areas that I outlined. It starts to look like a lot like what's his face? Terminator. I'm coloring his nose. Ну хорошо, Мась. Now, um, that's the spider web. Then we need a tiny, tiny brush. Put a tiny, tiny, tiny little heart. Um, so basically, like this is the idea. You keep adding some details. Um, as you go, have fun with it. Um, so it basically looks like Frankenstein gave himself um, little makeup for Halloween. Um, okay, so almost down here. Basically, thing. Okay, so as you can, like, I'll let you see real close how adding the final touches. Now let's just add the teeth, and we'll be done for today. Okay. The last thing I want to add is a little bit of blood. So blood will be some cornstarch and red food coloring. Okay. And give it a stir. Add that the wound right here. And actually, I saw some designs that have like different flowers inside the eyes. So I'm just gonna. I just thought, why not give Frankenstein little roses in the eyes? So I think it would look really cute. Cute. So let's see. I probably need another toothpicks just to secure the roses in. And there you go. Like I think maybe the only thing it needs later on is just a little bit of steamer, like to steam it a little bit, so the roses become more um, shiny and then the design will be complete. Um, so I used a lot of tools today uh, that you can buy at Bake Deco online or in store. They have a huge warehouse in Brooklyn. Um, so all the tools that I use today, modeling tools, brush sets, these little guys, stitching tools, fondant, modeling chocolate, rolling pins, everything else actually for your needs you can get in one place, and this place is Bake Deco. Um, again, I'm gonna check right now how many people are left with me, but thank you for joining me today, and I hope you learned something new, or at least had some fun, and happy Halloween. So this is the final product. Let me zoom in on it real quick. I hope it won't fall um, from the stand, from the cake board. But that was my idea for today, and um, took us about hour 30 minutes, basically start to finish. So thanks again for joining. Um, it was a really good experience, first, but hopefully not the last. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a great rest of your Halloween. Go have some fun.